What's up, ladies? What's up, gents? It's K Thorn here, and I'm ready to bring some news to the table. Um, First part of the news is the fact that I do have a new motorcycle. Second part of the news is that it's a Suzuki DR200 SE. Third part of the news is you'll see a lot more of the backroads of Massachusetts soon. Backroads are probably a better scene than a highway, anyways. Um, so I've also had some thoughts rumbling in my head um, about where the ZX6R is going to go. One thought that is solidified as a goal is to have the bike at least able to go on the track, go on a track, and ride on a track, and actually perform well and survive. I would like to get some track riding done, and yes, a 200 could function on a track, but I'd like to do it with a 600 where at least the 600 has the comfortability for me in corners at least. I'm not used to riding a dirt bike on the road in the sense of what the fact that this dual sport currently has knobbies on it. So it kind of feels like I'm riding a dirt bike on the road. It kind of sounds like a dirt bike. It's dual sport. um, but the change is welcome. The bike is actually a fairly good bike. I will do a walk around of her when I get the clear weather too, and when it's daytime. Another thing is the other thought that was rumbling about the ZX6R is hopefully getting it back on the road. I mean, if I can get it onto the track, yes, track has a bit higher specs on certain things, but a track doesn't require you to have lights and blinkers and a certain, like, you can bring a road legal bike onto a track because a road legal bike fits into the categories of a track bike in ways. Not all the ways because it doesn't have the safety wires, etc. But if you're going up there for a day or something, I mean, I don't know if they'll be upset if you don't have safety wires. I've never been to a track. But that's really where I'm thinking on the ZX6R is track based, but hopefully back on the road, because I would like to have the ZX6R for summer rides up to the beach and such with my family, for road trips up to Maine, if they feel like using the highways rather than back roads, because I'd be able to switch in between either bike and not have it matter. Another thing being is the fact that this dual sport either way will be my commuter bike almost everywhere. So motovlogs shall be kicking back up soon, hopefully. I mean, it's depending on how quickly I can get comfortable with the bike. It's really different sitting upright. It really is. Like, it's a lot different, and I can actually tilt and lean the bike, like legit tilt and lean the bike just with my foot, and that's kind of no fun, because it kind of makes me feel uncomfortable in a corner. Maybe because I haven't ridden on a bike like that in a while, and it's a change of bike. I mean, it's been a real long time since I've ridden a bike that's like a dirt bike almost. And knobby tires don't really have the best traction, so I've been trying to get the comfortability of either whether or not I want to put my foot out or not. Because that's how I used to turn on a dirt bike, was having my foot out, so at least I was stable. I'm not sure if I will do that on this bike because it's only a 200. It's really featherweight. It really is a featherweight. I won't lie. It's actually lighter than a 100cc motorcycle that I had before I started motovlogging. And that little 100cc motorcycle that I had was pretty much just as ballsy as this 200, so explains why the 100 was a bit heavier, I guess. But that's really all the news I have for y'all. And miscellaneous story somewhere in there, just has to be thrown in there. I do want to thank everyone who's watched, everyone who's subscribed, and everyone who's commented and supported me through, or on that last video at least. I want to say that I hope the weather clears up for everyone, because spring's right around the corner, and I want spring to come just as much as anyone else, I bet. Come on, raise your hand. So I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.